You haven't been you for 7 years. Every cell in your body has been replaced. The atoms that made your childhood self are scattered across the planet. Yet here you are, scrolling through photos from a decade ago, saying, well, that's me. But is it? If every part has changed, what exactly persists? This question tortured the ancient Greeks. They called it the Ship of Theseus paradox. And it's about to reorganize everything you believe about yourself. Theseus sailed home to Athens after slaying the Minotaur. His ship became sacred, preserved for centuries as a monument. But wood rots. Planks decay. So the Athenians replaced each damaged piece. One plank this year. A mast the next. The rudder after that. Always maintaining the ship's form. After 100 years, not one original piece remained. Yet pilgrims still came to touch with the Ship of Theseus. But was it? Plutarch records the philosophers arguing endlessly. If you replace every part, is it the same ship? If not, when exactly did it stop being Theseus's ship? After the first plank? The 50th? The last? There's no clear line. No moment where it suddenly becomes a different ship. Now imagine the shipyard workers kept all the original pieces. They reassembled them into a complete ship. Which one is the real Ship of Theseus? The maintained ship that never stopped being the ship? Or the reconstructed one made of all the original materials? Your mind is struggling now because you're using the wrong framework. You're thinking of identity as a thing rather than a pattern. A river maintains its identity despite every water molecule flowing past. A melody remains itself played on different instruments. You are not your cells. You're the pattern they temporarily embody. The dance, not the dancers. The wave, not the water. This isn't just philosophy, it's neuroscience. Your neurons fire in consistent patterns that persist even as the proteins composing them are replaced. Your memories aren't stored in specific cells but in the connections between them. The pattern persists while the matter flows through. Buddhist monks knew this millennia ago. They called it anatman, no permanent self. You're a process pretending to be a thing. Every wisdom tradition discovered this truth differently. The Stoics called it universal flux. Taoists named it constant change. Hindus saw it as Maya, illusion. They all understood, clinging to a fixed identity causes suffering. You're not who you were yesterday. Thank goodness. That embarrassing memory that haunts you? It happened to a different configuration of atoms. Those cells are gone. Why do you still carry their shame? The relationship that ended badly? Neither of you exist anymore. You're both completely different arrangements of matter and pattern. Here's a key to liberation. When painful memories arise, place your hand on your heart and say, that happened to a previous version. Feel the cells under your palm. They weren't there when it happened. They're innocent. They don't carry that burden unless you insist they do. Then consciously decide, will this new version repeat the old pattern? Or will you let the new cells dance differently? You're not trapped by who you were. You're literally made of new materials. The prison is just a pattern you keep rebuilding. But patterns can change instantly. A melody can shift from minor to major with one note. A river can change course in a storm. The Ship of Theseus isn't a paradox, it's a prison break. You're not the ship. You're the journey. You're not the cells. You're what they're becoming. What patterns will you release with your next billion cellular replacements? Who will you become when you realize you're already becoming? If you're ready to rebuild yourself consciously, integrating mind, body and spirit, visit maaoot.org. Your transformation has already begun.